Hello Total Wargamers, my name is Deacon and welcome back to our Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer 2.1 Dwarves of Erebor campaign. And if you're new to the channel, a special welcome. Do browse my playlists and feel free to subscribe if you like. We're defending against Angmar and the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, perhaps Rune if they decide to push into Mirairon. They've had it for a moment. Like one turn until Dale siege them, and we're putting no pudding. Now we are putting Daldin in Kirikathol and Thorin the heir to our throne in Erebor. Then King Dane is currently in Unazanar and is going to move up into Dane's halls, and then Gimli can go to Gundabad. And I think Gloin can move into Goblin Town. Unless of course the Vale takes care of them first. But we'll have to see. I don't think so. One turn out for a brewery in Gundabad, but it may not complete if they decide to siege us. And for the rest I think all our movement has been spent in the previous turn, more or less, almost.
That'll do 'em today, sire.
Now these need retraining. Can we retrain them here yet? No, we cannot. So the cavalry can move on up until Witherboard, both of them. Where I do think we can train cavalry. They're not available yet, but at least one of them should be able to retrain once we get there, I think. Also, Lord Thorin may want to come here and hire some mercs. I don't know. 2 turns for miners quarters and 10 turns for the mining network. So there we are. We are spying on Rune.
Yes, my king.
So let's see where they are. They've got a Rubar. And we have another spy here if I can only find them. They hide so well.
Something to investigate. On my way.
Oh. This Rubar region appears to be huge. Stretching all the way from here up until there somewhere, which is enormous. I think we can have a look here. This is Mirairon, which is now Dale. This is Karn, and I think all of this is actually let's see if there's actually a split here. So move your telescope up until here and see if there's a boundary.
Continuing tomorrow, sire.
I don't think there's probably nothing east of Rubar, but anyway. Time to hit our intern. Are we paying tributes? Yes, so I'm gonna wait until that wears out and then try for some more diplomatic options. And one of the things, it's not new, but I keep loving the battles with the dwarves when their horns sound is just awesome. And the little music at the end turn just reminded me. In terms of music, as you can hear, I have the music muted, which is on purpose. I've generally played in the past without music as well, just for myself. Now we are being besieged. And
we must stand with courage, men.
Besides
the enemy
that,
siege.
There are alternatives that you may hear in campaigns of other... Oh, look at that portrait. But no, I never do adoptions. RK Galadirthon, for example, uses music, and there is actually in 2.1 music that you can download as an alternative. Oh, we did complete it. Awesome. I'm gonna sit here and wait out the siege. They're probably going to attack us, which they are welcome to try, really.
My king.
Let's build the watchtower here and move back into Kirikathol. One thing in all my campaigns is that I tower up everywhere. Here. Oh, some more cell swords. I'm gonna leave them. I don't really like the cell swords, to be honest. It's just not really the type of unit that I like. Now Erebor is growing again. We can increase the attack rate a bit, but let's just leave it at this. And then next, I think either steelmongers or the mining network. Probably the mining network. And I do covet these great roads, but thing is, I don't want to wait that long. So let's get the large pig farm first. Also, the orcs of the Misty Mountains don't like us very much, but they're welcome to not like us.
Aye, Lord.
I'm not gonna
Aye, sire.
care
Move
about
out.
them.
Aye.
Horses into
Onward.
Witheboard, the retrain. Yep. Oh, and this unit is probably
Your will, my
not a
lord.
merc, but or exactly a merc. That could be possible. I don't
That'll
know.
do 'em today, sire.
They didn't retrain there. One more turn for garrison
king.
quarters. Ah, King Dane can move out
Aye,
now.
noble sire.
So he
Setting
will.
a vigilant watch here.
He's gonna
Marching
move
now.
into Dane's halls.
Making camp here, good sire.
Aye, sire. Aye,
Then the
king.
rest of our reinforcements
Aye, lord.
are gonna come
Onward.
on. They're gonna move on in the direction of Gundabad as reinforcements. Now, as I said, perhaps the Vale will try and take care of Goblin Town, but they're getting themselves into quite an unfortunate position. We're still paying tribute for military access, I think, to with at
Aye, my liege.
Aye, sire.
the. How do I know the difference?
Orders.
About between merchant cav and upkeep 112. No, but that's because their numbers is lower. I don't know.
My king.
Anyway though, let's spy on,
Something to investigate.
and it is as I expected. There is no boundary here between those two areas, so
On my
it's
way.
going to be just one.
No
There will
further
be only
mistake.
one.
At
Now let's take a look at Wintirian, which we have not yet. Oh, Wintirian Eawr.
On my way.
I'm sometimes confused in terms
Stop
of
me,
names,
sire.
not only because
Sire,
version
no
2.1 has
further
changed
mistake.
names
Aye, noble sire.
from 1.2, but also I have a mod that I created myself that I have
Aye,
played,
sire.
I am
Aye,
playing, also uploading, so if you're interested visit the Dale and Erebor series and you'll see.
Aye.
But
Aye,
there
lord.
I've, for instance, called this settlement simply Wintirian. But as long as we're paying for tribute, I'm not gonna go into diplomacy, so our diplomats can stay where they are. Can I take
Aye,
out
sire.
this?
Aye.
Yes.
Forward. Onward.
Sell
Your will,
swords,
my lord.
whose job is
Aye.
to die.
Forward. Move out.
Cavalry, whose job is to
Aye.
help
Forward.
us survive
Onward. That'll do 'em
and
today,
get
sire.
routing
March.
armies off the map.
Aye. Forward. March. Mounting
Okay, we got
armies,
3 units
sire.
of cavalry out. The stiff-bearded scouts. Am I really happy about
Aye,
how they
lord.
have been performing
March.
thus far? Not
Aye.
really.
Joining our forces.
Okay, let's get the
My
stiff-bearded
king.
scouts out if we can.
March.
Yes, we can. Oh wow.
Mounting armies, sire.
How about some
Aye.
dwarven
Move
warriors?
Combining the armies, sire.
Strange,
Aye,
strange.
lord. Onward.
We've seen strange things.
Aye.
For a while we couldn't
Joining
take
our
out
forces.
any units here.
Aye.
Now I can just pull them all out, which
Combining
is
the armies, sire.
crazy.
Aye, lord. Move out.
It is strange indeed. I have seen
Mounting
stranger
armies,
things.
sire. Onward.
Now,
Aye, lord. Aye.
okay.
Forward.
Now
Aye,
for a
onward.
moment, for
Aye,
an,
lord.
for an instance,
Combining the army. Aye,
they're
sire.
finally making sense to me now. But boy,
We march no further.
first
My king.
they want to kill me once I take out just a single unit, and now I can take out the entire army, save one. And then we are building garrison quarters, which is gonna do even more good. Alright. Let's just review the situation after this is done, because we may want to build a stoneworkers hall, depending on how the garrison likes us.
Aye,
I'm
lord.
gonna move up these guys as
Onward.
a new garrison because I want
Marched
to
our
keep
limit.
using. Oh wow! New recruits. And there's nothing to recruit here, nothing else here, no one here, and that is being besieged. Alright, let's hit the enter then. We're nearing turn 60 already. Going quite fast. One diplomatic issue we might actually have to resolve, which is military access in the Vale of Anduin, because I don't think we have it, to be honest. I don't remember, but I think not, because if we get close to their armies, the tiles around them color red, and usually when you have military access that is not the case with your allies. Edros still being besieged, and now the ring has been found, and their army is still intact. Mine is quarters. I'm gonna go for the farms first and then the mines, because we kind of have money enough, and it will have to grow at some point, I would say. Bluish. I'm not entirely in favor of that. This will give law, so let's go for that. And then a brewery, so we can start to gradually increase
Aye, sire.
our culture.
March. We march.
Now,
My king.
you march this
Aye,
way.
sire. Move out.
Oh, Booker hasn't been moving.
My king. Aye, sire.
Okay.
Onward. We've marched our limit.
Cavalry,
March.
come this way.
Binding the armies, sire. Aye.
And you come here.
Aye. Forward.
King
Aye,
Dane,
lord, sire.
move up
Aye,
into
sire.
Dane's halls.
Aye, lord.
You try and see
Move
if we
out,
can
my king.
retrain you. If you want to go here,
March.
they're going to go through Dane's
We've
halls,
marched. Aye, lord.
which is okay.
Onward. Aye, sire.
You're going to come up here.
Aye. Forward. Aye, lord.
I don't want to
My
forget
king.
any units out
Aye,
here.
sire. March. Orders. Move out. Aye, sire.
Once King Dane gets here, Gimli's going to move out.
My king. Onward. We march no. Aye. That'll do him today. My king. Aye, sire.
Right then, spy.
Yes, my king. On my way.
Karasant is still owned
Stopping
by
Something
Dovinian,
to investigate.
and you can
At
come
your
here.
service. Moving
Elgar is right
They
here.
shall
Oh,
not see
whoops.
me, sire.
Stronger
On my
Runish
way.
forces assembling in the south.
Aye, no,
Daldin.
sire. Marching now.
I think,
Guiding the troops.
are we gonna need the horses here?
My
I
lord.
don't think so.
March.
So they can move out
We've marched
in
our
this
limit.
direction.
That'll do him today, sire.
New recruits. I will try to continuously empty our recruitment pools, just so they keep refilling. Okay, we are gonna
Yes, my
stick
king.
around a little bit,
shall
look
not see
for
me,
the
sire.
next pass.
On my way.
See how the missing mountain
Continuing
orcs are doing over
tomorrow,
there.
sire.
Okay. Now then, Gundabad, show us your metal. And I'm counting on a siege battle. This time we are going to deploy a ballista and fire into that huge, thick mass of units. At least I'm going to try. Here we go. It is as we were promised. Now, the only thing I'm curious about is, do you have trolls? No, you don't. You have a ballista of your own. And a lot of armor-piercing orc halberdiers being their general's unit. And a ton of other halberdiers in there as well. And our roster isn't full. And we have cavalry, which in these close quarters, as we've seen, they don't really do so very well. At least it depends a bit on how we are using them. And that even depends. I think they will be on the same side. I think it's a one way in, one way out. Yeah. And we still have no ranged, which is okay. They have a ton of units, but I think at least a bunch of them should be some more lighter armored units that we can send our cavalry into. So I'm gonna sally again, which makes sense if you've seen the previous. It's my daughter having conversations with me. Here we go. So the cavalry is going to sally. The Erebor infantry is going to bear the brunt of their attacks along with some dwarven laborers. Mattox, more Mattox. Now, most importantly here is the setup of our ballista, which have to fire right into this little hellhole after their units have moved in. But it also means we are going to deploy a little bit wider to make that little area in there, the kill zone. I'm going to try and create a kill zone. And I'm not going to put them into shield wall, or should I? Okay, let's create some shield walls here. There we go. The thing is, they start pushing in like mad once they make contact, and that may have some detrimental effect to our capacity to hit them with our ballista. But anyway, Gloin, you come here, and Mattox, the second rank Erebor axes, more Mattox, and that even more. Then the laborers. Okay, laborers have to come. I'll have to move them around a bit. Obviously, these tinier units are more difficult to place, but they will be right there. So here we got them. Now the stiff-bearded scouts can be here. Well, not fire at will. And cavalry.
Let's get going.
Okay, now we're gonna have to wash them out a little bit. I'll group them up so we can more easily locate them and order them around. There you go. Doors are closed, and you're not on fire, which is great. Now, Orc Marauders. Ungroup. Wash over there. Fellers, I don't want to charge into. Halberdiers, don't want to charge into. Stalkers, I don't mind. Pikemen, I don't want to charge into. Now, we're gonna flank them from multiple sides. I don't see archers or anything. Marauders and stalkers. So they are a more attractive target, in fact. And now those horns. Oh, by the way, it would have been grand. One of the...
Lord, the enemy are battering down the gates.
There you go. Which unit is their general? It appears to be roughly to the front somewhere. So anything we kill with the cavalry out here is going to be making our life more easy. Once... oh, wait a second. We got a ballista. And that appeared to not have been a proper charge.
The enemy's ram is through our gate.
Come on! Hello? Their movement is kind of erratic. I don't know if you've seen any of our previous videos, but... oh man, come on. Okay. Where are the stalkers? Let's go into those stalkers. Okay. Now the ballista is being dealt with. And these guys are going to fire now. Fire at will. Use fire ammo. Alright. How is this engagement going? They're down to 41 men. Which is okay, I guess. They are down to 27. Balance of power is starting to like us a little bit more. And these are marauders, so let's charge into them. Okay, you can come out again. They should stay in there for as long as need be. Now marauders aren't by any means a bad unit, just that units like halberdiers and pikemen, they're all a lot stronger. So I don't really want to charge into them. Fellers with armor piercing are also a target that is going to be tougher for us to kill. I'm gonna be warning. You see our ballistas fire. They're not firing. That is painful. Why aren't you? My ballista not doing anything. Now that is painful. I'm gonna charge the Mattox in. Okay, we've got some units broken now, so they are starting to take notice. You charge the Orc Marauders, you two, and you two, Axe-Guard of Erebor. Into the Fellers now. Let's put on the stubbornness of the Dwarves, and use fire into the Marauders now. Now that's the thing with all these siege equipment and the ballistas. They just make charges practically impossible, which is terribly annoying. Okay, feel free to press in here. And how about you guys pressing as well? I don't know what is wrong with these guys. they're just not doing
Only
their job.
half the enemy force remain. The enemy general lies dead.
Okay.
Let the crows have his miserable bones.
I was so
and
counting
let
on
our
the
swords
ballista
have
to
his
do
men.
stuff for us, but they're just not doing anything. Okay. Pressing with... Oh, they're all breaking now. Okay, now we don't need you anymore. We have captured
Look how our cowardly foe runs.
our own gates again.
Press the attack.
Now I do remember that in the previous battle, their general just lived a whole lot longer. That of course does make a difference. Can you be a little bit more active? You push into these guys. Come on. Push through. Orders, fellers. Come on. Keep pressing. All of you can come out of shield wall. That helps in any way. Let that run. This army just needs to... We've got 94% killed, so the question is... I used to know that figure. As a precise figure, the amount of casualties you need to make, or the percentage of units that's allowed to survive for the army to survive. Not allowed to survive, needed to survive for the army to respawn. But I think we're gonna get close to 99 even. And there's a statistic that applies to the army, and then a statistic that applies to individual units. So a unit with less than a certain number of soldiers in them still may actually disband. So below a certain number. And it's actually in the statistics, in the files, and it varies for each individual unit. So what may be needed for one unit may not be enough for another. But I think we'll be fine really. Things are going so well right now. 97%. They tend to slow down from time to time. Of course they're exhausted, but then still. Ha! Our guys on the ballista are gonna kill more, mopping up routing units. I don't think they fired a single shot. No, they do come with hammers. They're carrying these hammers around, which is cool. You into them. You have still these 7 orc fellers. They're down to 4, they're down to 10. There's a bunch over there that I'm probably not going to catch up with. We can try for those 10. Rise up, men of Dale. 99%. Okay, this is it. That should be enough. Yep, we really quit. We lost 247 men. And they lose their army and their general. Well, give us a couple more sieges like this. But boy, where to put that ballista to make it fire? Maybe I should take it off of fire will and then target units manually. I don't know. In any case, we can continue. Safe to say that. And them bringing halberds and units. I was expecting them to kill a few more, to be honest. What did they have? Those halberds. And then... Hey! Oh, but this is... Pond. Dale prospers. Wonderful. Our ally. Dane's halls now have a mining complex. And we're going to build a practice range. And then the Norcarni clan hall. We're going to garrison Onasanar.
Onward.
Further up a little bit. It's remaining blue as can be.
March.
Now we have room for 1 unit more, but we got 3 coming in. Although I'm not so fond of these ballistas anymore. So what to do with our guys here? I'm obviously going to merge them together, and then these two.
Aye.
Hello?
Aye, sire.
Erebor infantry. Erebor infantry.
Aye.
There you go. Triple bronze units. We have a few of them.
Aye, sire.
Quite a few.
Aye.
And there's room for 3. There you go.
Aye, lord. Onward.
And eventually that army will
My
have to
king.
go on the offensive. Let's see,
Aye,
can
my
King
liege.
Dane reach Dane's halls? No, he
March to
cannot.
glory.
So, I'm gonna keep
Aye, lord.
all these guys in
Aye,
here,
sire. Aye, lord. On. Aye.
and they can move
Move out.
up together
We
with
march no
Gimli
further today.
in
Aye, sire.
a couple turns.
Onward. My king.
Once we have a full stack.
March. We march no
There you go.
further today.
And
Aye,
now
lord.
this guy.
Onward.
Can you retrain here? Yes, you can. So we have a building that can retrain Dale Cav. Probably the miners' quarters. I don't know. Because we got miners' quarters in here, don't we? Or do we not? Guess not. Let's build it here then. Because then we don't have to move all the way back to Erebor each time we need a cavalry unit to get retrained. Do we have miners' quarters here? Garrison quarters. Oh, but they don't recruit here. Alright, yeah, we have enough dwarven culture, so that is not the issue. We do have some cavalry coming along,
Forward. We
and
marched our
our
limit.
Dalden is
Honor, my
back in Kirkgatol. Videsith.
I would fight for your people as if they were my own, friend.
Yeah, I have replaced some of that. He looks very conquistador-y, but our Videsith in the other mod I refer to has
Something
much
to
more.
investigate.
What kind of helmet
Moving
is that?
quietly.
It looks differently. Let's put it that
Stopping
way.
here, sire.
More badass
Yes,
anyway.
my king. They shall
Ooh.
not see me, sire.
Crap loads
On
of
my way.
runic units,
Stopping
which
here, sire.
is okay, I
Continuing
guess, but
tomorrow, sire.
I wonder how long Dale can hold out against them. And I want more spies as well, like I always do. Just not happening yet. Hey. Meaning, you two
Aye, sire.
can
My
move up
king.
this direction.
Onward.
Because you will be
That'll do 'em
replaced
today, sire.
well before a rune ever arrives. And I think we are making we're making 9k per turn now, which is a lot and way more than we can spend. We can actually retrain some of our units now, so as we're spending them in defenses, we can put them back together. Autocarni Clan Hall, Great Miners Hall, practice range maybe? Or is that not available here? Or we have it already, there it is. They're just not in here because we don't have the culture for it, and we are building culture. Yes, we are. We might just speed it up a little bit. And this is the max tier of the garrison. That barracks event still has to happen, which is going to come in for only 5 turns, I think. So that isn't too bad. Loin, now you've managed once
Aye, sire.
to get stuck
Aye, noble sire.
and get us
Setting
into
up the
trouble
joint
by
watch.
building a watchtower, so let's not do that again. At least we got a view. And oh, so they're defending this with
Moving
1,
quietly.
2 Zakala, being defended by 2 stacks basically.
Moving quietly.
So let's go back to high pass.
Continuing tomorrow, sire.
I think I prefer to hold Gundabad as we have, because it's a good defensible place, and move Gimli to high pass.
Honor, my
That
lord.
is what we'll do, I think.
Aye, sire. My king.
Spy has moved. The other spy has moved as well. Are we still paying tribute? Not anymore. Then Bree has been resisting us for a while.
It's good to see you, my friend. How can we help?
Military access and map info and a regular tribute of 2k for 4 turns. There you go. Brelanders,
Accept
you
an
poor
honor
bunch.
and a pleasure. Farewell.
Oh, Misty Mountains reached. They do still control quite a... Gandalf, hello. Substantial part of the map. And now, do we have one here at Linden still? Yes, we do.
Your honor.
So you can move back this direction. Huh. They've got Buzzer Doom. So come here.
Always happy to deal with you, trusted
Oh, we've
friends.
already been paying them. I want this map info. Single payment. Let's pay you 2,000 just for...
No, we cannot agree to this now.
They're offer... Oh, you're actually... They're doing a counter offer
We
which
cannot thank you enough. Well, that
makes
seemed
it a lot
fruitful.
cheaper for
Farewell.
us. Well, that's just awesome and excellent, and it also means we have
Good
no
plan,
further
mate.
business here right now, but we
His
can just
journey
trade
is
with
over,
Arodon, which is a cool name, by the way. And
Aye, noble sire.
what I'm also forgetting is
Aye,
that
sire.
the
Aye.
duration of this episode has reached its limit, and I have 2 little girls to tuck into bed. So here we go. I wish you all a good morning, afternoon or evening. I hope you've enjoyed this episode in the series or my channel in general. I hope we'll see each other again next time, and I hope you have subscribed already to make sure of that. So see you then.